Okay. All right. Let's move on to something else.
No.
I'm getting more...
You're getting too triggered.
I'm wearing myself out on my triggering.
Anyway, okay. Another thing that gets me, and I realize that it's going to be a very unpopular one. Very, very unpopular. I am definitely in a very, very small minority on this one. But something that triggers me, Christmas decorations.
Why do you hate Christmas decorations?
I don't know.
I don't know. You have a bad experience in Christmas.
No. I mean, Christmases were always good.
Were you ever forced to put Christmas decorations up, regardless of whether you wanted to or not?
Well, I mean, kind of weren't we all?
I mean, I always wanted to.
Oh, you always wanted to.
I always wanted to put Christmas decorations up.
Honestly, I mean, when I was young, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, wanted to, but I mean, the older you get, it's just like, you start getting into like them early teen years. You're like, fuck Christmas, who cares?
Well, I mean, I think maybe around my teen years also, I was kind of like that, trying to reject society. I think everybody in their teen years tries to do something similar. But when you start to get older and you want to, I personally feel that you want to, if you're going to do something, you kind of want to take pride in it a little bit. And like if you're putting Christmas decorations up, you want to make it look good, and you want to try to be somewhat of a perfectionist. And you want to, every time you drive up to your house and look at the decorations that you put up, you want to feel good about it. I don't know. That's just me.
When I drive up to someone's house and I see Christmas decorations, I think about what's the best way to burn that motherfucker to the ground.
You heard it here first, people. When Greg drives by your house and sees Christmas decorations, he wants to burn your house down.
And the other thing that gets me, on the Christmas decoration thing is these motherfuckers out there that you know they have to be spending probably like hundreds and hundreds of hours setting this shit up, and probably spending thousands and thousands of dollars on their electric bill in the month of December.
Right, but then what's that have to do with you? They're wasting their own time. They're spending their own money.
I don't know. It sets me off for some reason. It's like, I mean, why don't you go out and solve world hunger or something? Do something productive.
So you think there's more important things for people to do?
Yes, I do.
If they weren't putting those Christmas lights up, they'd probably be sitting there staring at their TV instead of doing something productive also.
I don't know. Do something that actually matters.
All right.
So, yes, Christmas decorations trigger me.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Yeah, I bet you will.
He'll come into his house one day.
I bet you will.
He'll come into his house one day. I'll have Christmas lights all over the room.
You're lucky I haven't took that shit outside and fucking down some gasoline and set it on fire.
That's just decoration for next year. I mean, what is it? You got like a shiny Christmas tree, a shiny little Christmas tree, and like three Christmas stockings. That's it. Is that hundreds of man hours and millions of dollars I spent on Christmas decorations for the house?
Anyway, Christmas decorations, yep.
I think you can say that about a lot of things. But one thing that kind of did trigger me a little bit when I was I used to work at a pharmacy, and I had to read prescriptions, right? So and doctors famously have bad handwriting, and I have a theory behind that. I think it's because they're so self-important and self-involved that they don't care to think that somebody on the other hand has to read this thing.
Yeah.
They have no forethought to think, oh, somebody has to read this, so instead of my chicken scratch just throwing stuff all over the piece of paper, somebody's going to have to read it, so I'm going to write it so that somebody can see what the hell I'm talking about. Not to mention, it's extremely freaking dangerous, because what if somebody reads that paper wrong?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, that's probably why they do, everything electronically nowadays.
Right.
So,
It's just
This
it's,
would not be something that would
Right.
trigger you anymore if you were still a pharmacist.
That's well. I mean, they did. It was like half and half when I was working there.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And-
sure everything's like digital.
And
now.
not to mention they used to just send it through the computer.
Right.
That night they would have. There's ones that were hand filled out, and then there was ones that were printed out on a prescription, and then there was ones that just came through digitally across the system.
Right, but I mean, what I was saying is, no, you don't have like those little prescription pads anymore. That's
They
like
still
no-
do. They still do.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
They
thought
still
everything-
use them as
Right.
often.
I mean, I thought everything was like digitalized nowadays.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, there's times when people like you would think like a truck driver, right? So a truck driver doesn't know where he's going to be or when he's going to go somewhere to get a prescription filled. So the doctor will write him out a prescription, hand it to him, and then he can take it to whatever pharmacy in the country that he wants to use it at that given time. Something
Yeah.
like that. There's
Yeah.
people that travel and move around, and sometimes they just still need paper prescriptions. Rarely. I mean, what are you going to do? Call a doctor and ask them to get a prescription filled? It takes like 2 or 3 days, or maybe 2 weeks for some doctors to get back to you. Just fill me out a piece of paper so I can take it wherever I want to take it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I understand where you're coming from on that. Next one. Next one for me is kind of slightly, on the same lines of your microwave thing, but people being late.
I mean, it depends on what you're being late for. I mean, I don't mind like if I'm going somewhere like going to a restaurant or something, I'll wait out in the car for like 10, 15 minutes while listen to some music or watch a video or something like that. That doesn't bother me.
It bothers me. Okay, I'm of the opinion. All right, let's take this for example. All right, let's meet up at 12. Okay, I will give you a 5-minute grace period, but if it's more than 5 minutes, then I am fuming. I am so fucking mad because you are wasting my time, and my time is very valuable to me. I only got about 4 more years, so.
It doesn't like being late. I mean, there's like if you're late like an hour or something like that.
Dude, if you're there an hour late, I am not in that parking lot.
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, for like a restaurant or something like that. Yeah, I'm not waiting an hour. But if you're gonna be late, at least give me a message ahead of time telling me that I'm gonna be late. I don't need a reason for you to be late. I don't really. For the most part, it doesn't really matter. But just knowing the fact that you know and you're letting me know that you're going to be late.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is fair, and I will say yes. But if you don't, like, no call, no show.
Right. Just show up like a half an hour later.
The steam is blowing out of my fucking head.
Yeah. Show up a half an hour late with no reason, or I don't need a reason. I just need to know.
No. Yeah. I got you. But I mean, either way, I'm always been of the opinion. Okay, if you're gonna say you're gonna be somewhere at a certain point in time, you be there at that certain point in time. I mean, it's goddamn common human fucking decency.
I mean, things happen sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
If it's somebody that's constantly late, then it's a problem. But if somebody is like generally on time and just happens to show up late a little bit, but at least gives me a text or something like that, lets me know, it's not that big a deal to me.
Like I said, it's just something that triggers me.
I got you.